Welcome back to another episode in our product support series. Today we're going to be showing you how to retrofit your McPropeller meter to our brand new McMag2000. So the first thing you're going to want to do is uninstall your McPropeller meter. So go ahead and loosen up your U-bolts. This is a 15th, 16th socket. And tip here is make sure that you've depressurized your line prior to uninstalling. Okay, now that we've got the U-bolts undone, we're just going to go ahead and lift this off and get the prop out of the line. So now we're going to take this over and we're going to unbox our McMag2000 kit so that we can retrofit. Okay, so once you have your MC prop uninstalled, you can go ahead and unbox your McMag2000 kit. And what you're going to get inside this kit is your installation and operation manual, quick start guide, your converter, and that'll also include your sensor. You'll have your base plate, as well as a bag of parts. And in here, you have your base plate nut, your O-rings, or O-ring, yep. Your screws, gasket, and that's what you'll need to be able to retrofit to your McMag2000. Okay, so to get started, you're going to want to go ahead and remove your propeller, and you're going to do that by loosening your bearing housing. You're probably going to need a wrench to get that loose, especially with the Loctite that's applied at the factory. And once you have that loosened up, you should then be able to simply unscrew the bearing from the L. Okay, and you'll see there your propeller and your sensor. For this one, it's the digital, so you'll have a sensor. If you're upgrading from a mechanical prop, you'll actually have a little aft bearing in there. So next, we're going to want to take the, in this case, Flowcom off. Just using a Phillips screwdriver here to unscrew the electronics. Okay. Then you're going to want to go ahead and remove the electronics. You see you have your O-rings here. So once you have your electronics removed, you're going to want to loosen your terminal blocks here. So just get the small flathead screwdriver and loosen those wires. Once you have that removed, you're able to remove your sensor. Okay, and then now you see you have your old base plate. Okay, so you've got your 1.5" socket wrench, and you're going to want to loosen that base plate nut. So you'll just loosen it up. you may see that this looks very similar to the base plate nut that you received in your retrofit kit. However, we do recommend that you change it out. What you don't want is for those threads to affect your cable for your new converter. So step one is to take your gasket and place it right there at the top of the L. And then you're going to take your base plate, put it there on top. You're going to take your new base plate nut and you're going to screw that in. Okay, and you're going to want to get that socket again, tighten it up, make sure you have a nice firm seating for your electronics. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to replace the O-rings here at the tip of the L. And again, we do recommend you use some Moly Coat. Get this on my fingers. You'll just want to make sure you've got it nice and lubed up all the way around before placing it on. Make sure it seats well into the grooves. So once we've got our O-rings on, we're going to go ahead and get ready to put on our McMag2000 converter. What you're going to do is here, you'll see it's the same housing that you find with the digital flow comm. You're going to want to make sure you get the Moly Coat again there on your O-ring and get that seated nicely. And then you're just going to put your cable through the L of the pipe, and you can see here it's already protruding, which is perfect. Okay, then you're going to take the sensor and you're going to plug it in. Simple Cat 7 Ethernet cable, so you just plug it in like that, and then you're going to go ahead and thread it on to the L. As we go to install the sensor, what you're going to want to do is, because the way this is threaded, you're actually going to want to twist it counterclockwise 4 or 5 times, because as you thread it on, of course, it'll twist back. As we go ahead and put this on, you might want to lift your converter a little bit so that the cord doesn't get kinked, and then you'll start threading it on. Now make sure that as you're threading it on, you're not experiencing resistance. If you are, go ahead and back it off and try it again, because you definitely don't want to cross thread your sensor, because you're going to want a firm stop, but you're only going to want it hand tight. You're not going to want to use anything to tighten that anymore. And the electro placement, it doesn't matter where it is. It can be up, it can be down, side to side this way, because of the way it's sending out that signal. It's electro. The electrodes don't have to have a specific orientation. So the next step, you're going to want to go ahead and finish installing your converter. That's why we waited, because it helps us a little bit when we put that sensor tip on to be able to pull it up. So the most important thing here is you're going to want to make sure that that O-ring is seated properly. And the way you're going to know that is it's going to go flush with the base plate like that. There won't be a gap, so you know it's seated properly. And you'll want those holes to be aligned for our next step, which will be to use our Phillips screwdriver to go ahead and get our converter mounted to the base plate. And now we're done. So now we've, in just a few easy steps, been able to retrofit our MC prop into our McMag2000. So thank you again for joining us. If you want some more information on our brand new McMag2000, please visit our website at McCrometer.com or check out our other videos on McMag2000 on our YouTube channel.